The most expensive bottle of honey in the world. Okay, this is probably not something you usually talk about. Hi everyone, my name is Braden Chase, and welcome here to the podcast. For tonight, I wanted to talk to you guys about a particular business principle that is very important. And hi Thomas. And I wanted to explain it kind of using this story. This actually comes from João Pessoa, Thomas, so you might remember this story. Well, I might have told you this story before, but here we go. So, honey, right? What is honey, right? From bees, honey, it's very sweet, it's wonderful stuff. Expensive honey, what's going on? So, for about a year, I lived in a city in Brazil called João Pessoa. I lived there with my wife and my two children. It was great. We had a good time. And one of the stories, though, that comes to mind was this interaction that I had with a salesman down on the street as we were walking along the beach in the city. So it's nighttime. My wife and I are walking there. We have my little stroller, right, with the kids. We're walking down the beach. And we wanted to get some honey because we like honey. Honey's yummy. So we're walking around trying to find honey. And my wife walks up to one of the street merchants who's there nearby and says, "Oh, you have some honey there. How much for that bottle of honey?" Now, for context, right, the bottle's probably maybe half a gallon, right? It's not a little bottle, but it's not very big, right? It's a solid amount of honey. So all of this is done in reais, which is Brazilian money. That's probably really confusing for most of you, so we're going to talk about dollars. Okay, so just pretend it's all dollars, right? That's right, that's where we met, Thomas. Okay, so this guy there is talking about honey. My wife was like, "How much is that bottle of honey?" And my wife goes, my wife asks, "How much is that bottle of honey?" And the guy goes, looks at her for a second, and looks at me for a minute. And he can see, right? I'm an American. We're in kind of a touristy town. It's like looking at us going, and he goes, $150. And I'm like, what? It's honey, $150, right? For a bottle of honey. What? What's going on? $150 for honey. It was crazy. My wife looks at him for a second and goes, "What kind of bees make $150 honey?" Where are those bees? What kind of a bee does that? And the guy does not miss a beat. And he goes, "Well, it's this special kind of bee that lives out in the desert over here, way over there." And it's like, oh my word, this is not even real. Are you serious? And we're like, "No, thank you." And we walk along, we go to the next guy who's like, 40 feet away. And, right? And we walk down just a little bit. We ask the other guy, "Do you have some money?" He goes, "Yeah, how much is it?" And he goes, $20. Same bottle, same honey, same thing. Bam. Okay, $20. Walk away. Right? That easy. It was so funny. And we're like, oh, this is crazy. Okay, the story, right? What am I trying to teach with this story? What happened? There's a lot of things we can talk about in this story. But one of the things that happened here in this story is, for us, for my wife and I, a bottle of honey should be about, $15 to $25, right? That's the price that it should be at for us. We like honey. Honey is good. And we're willing to pay money for something that is, a good quality honey. Sweet. Let's go get some honey. So we're looking at that price because to us, that's how much we're willing to pay for it. Okay? The guy who was there knows how much that honey is worth. He knows that it's probably from 15 to 25, maybe 30 if it's a big bottle, right? It's worth about that much. He knows what's going on. Hold on, I gotta move my camera here. There we go. He knows what's going on. But he sees us and he goes, they probably have a lot of money. I want money. I'm going to try and get more money than I actually deserve for my product. Okay, my product is worth this much. My product is worth $20, but I want more than $20. So I will tell them that it's worth more money than that it costs more money. Okay, now what did that do? That offended us because we knew it was not worth that much money. That's crazy. And the result of this is he made no money and we got no honey. No one was happy. Okay? Because he wanted too much money, because he put the price too high, nobody got what they want. Okay, this is an important business principle. When you put the price of your thing, whether it's honey or cars or computers or phones or acai, right? Or anything else like that, if you put the price higher than the people value it, then not only will they not buy it, they'll probably be offended and never come back. Okay, so we have to be very careful with the way we price things. We need to put them, right? Okay, we need to put them at the right point where the customer, right, and the salesman, the customer feels like, wow, that's a great deal. And the salesman goes, yes, it is a great deal. Here you go, right? So that the salesman is happy and so is the customer. So everybody's happy. I get the honey that I want and the seller gets the money that they want. Everybody's happy in the deal. Does that make sense? That's how you create these win-win situations that you hear people talk about in business, right? Acai, right? That's what we do. That's how you work through it. The price isn't, oh, let me get the most money that I can, higher prices. That's wrong, okay? That is how businesses destroy themselves, okay? Don't do that. Don't do it that way. You will die. Your business will die. Don't do that. What you do instead is make sure that the value of what you're giving for your customer is higher than the price. So this is not a true story, but let me give you a different story to talk about this, right? So I was going to show you my iPhone, but it's right there. Pretend I have an iPhone right here. So I have an iPhone and I come to you and I say, okay, I have an iPhone right here. It is brand new. I've got it in the box, the brand new original box. I will sell it to you for 10 bucks. Okay, perfect. Here you go, 10 bucks. It's like, oh, okay, an iPhone's worth like $1,000. You're going to sell it to me for 10 bucks? That sounds like a great deal. So good that I'm almost a little suspicious, but you know, okay, let's do it. Here's 10 bucks. Give me the iPhone. Got the iPhone. Okay, now I've got this iPhone for 10 bucks. Go me. Okay, I'm happy because I have an iPhone for 10 bucks. You're happy because you got 10 bucks, right? Both people are happy in the situation, right? Everybody's okay, right? Then as you are driving away, right, with your 10 bucks, you look around and say, oh, sorry, by the way, the iPhone is broken. Now what happens, right? Suddenly I'm angry. Suddenly I'm betrayed. I'm frustrated because you gave me an expectation of a functioning iPhone. And now you've betrayed that. So now I hate you, right? This is kind of the thing. You've broken an agreement. You gave me a phone for this much, and it should have been a good phone because that was the agreement, that was the expectation that we had in our negotiation. But now I find out that it's broken after you've taken my money. Businesses do this a lot. Bad businesses do this a lot, right? Stay away from businesses that do this and don't be a business that does that as well. And whatever it is that you're doing, be careful and make sure that the expectation that your customer has, right, is the expectation that is actually true and accurate. So come up to them and say, hey, I've got this cell phone. It is brand spanking new. It's here in the original box. It is broken, but you could probably go fix it if you want to. It's 10 bucks. What do you think? Okay. That is a situation that makes everybody happy. Right? If I'm willing to spend $10 on a broken iPhone, I'm like, yeah, that's a good deal. Here you go. Even though it's broken, maybe I like to fix things. Okay? Maybe I know how to fix broken iPhones. To me, that would be a great deal. And for you, it could be you almost, right? Talking about the iPhone, you broke your heart, I'm sorry. But this is the idea, right? Make sure that the understanding the customer has about your product is the same thing that you have. The same understanding, that the expectations are the same. Okay, so remember that. Don't increase your price beyond, $150 bottle of honey, right? That is insane. And whether it's honey or acai or English courses, right? Or cars or buildings or whatever else that you're doing, make sure that the value of what you're selling matches or is higher, right, than the price, right? It needs to be valued at $100, but I'm selling it for 10. It's valued at $1,000, but I'm selling it for 200, okay? That is how you make people happy. When this difference between the value and what people want is very different from the price, that the price is lower than the total value, okay? That's how Apple does it, right? That's how Microsoft does it. That's how Google does it. That's how all of these huge companies become so successful. They give you ridiculous amounts of stuff for a very, very low price. And you love it. And I love it too, right? That's why we pay them, because it's so awesome. Do the same thing in your business and your business will explode. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Remember, my name is Braden Chase. This is Braden Chase Media. If you enjoyed that, post down here in the comments. Give me a like, give me a share somewhere to wherever that might be fun. Go check out my YouTube channel as well. I enjoy doing these things. There'll be some changes up here coming in probably the next week or so. I might be posting these videos in different places, but they will still be available for everybody to see. Thank you again. Have a wonderful night, guys, and I will talk to you another day. Bye.